angel come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil Satan, and he bound him for 1,000 years and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more until the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
This rain.
Yeah, coming down pretty hard. It does that sometimes.
Do you think it'll stop?
It always does.
Hell of a day, huh?
Yeah, just another day. Life goes on.
What would you have done?
What's that, about the rain?
If you were Cameron, what would you have done?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think I'd have found a way to speak to the girl. But with Sylvester putting that much pressure on him, I don't know. I might have walked out and gone home too.
Like it wasn't hard enough for the poor kid. Cy's got him thinking it's a life or death decision.
Well, you know Cy, he has that effect on people.
I guess when you're as close to dying as those three are, everything becomes a life or death decision.
Yeah. Solomon and Mort don't seem to care much.
Solomon is insane, and Mort is right behind him.
What would you have done?
If I were Cameron, I would have walked out the moment Cy started talking to me.
If you'd been Melissa, she had to know what was going on.
I guess I'd have tried to make it easier on him, you know, initiated a conversation of some kind.
Yeah, but she didn't.
I noticed. She had to know.
So, maybe she wasn't interested and Cameron did the right thing.
Maybe.
Right.
I'm ready to go when you are, Nora.
Okay, Mort, why don't you get the car started while I finish this up?
Good night, Nell.
Right? So you're taking Mort home with you? His sexy legs finally got to you, huh?
I drive him sometimes since he lost his license. He likes to come visit the nursing home with me when I visit my grandpa. Gives him a chance to meet people his own age, I guess.
Jeez, hasn't stopped raining yet, huh?
Not yet.
So what are your plans for tonight?
I promised my grandpa if I'd come by the nursing home and visit him for a game of backgammon with him.
You know, you're out partying like that every night. You're bound to get a reputation.
Papa deserved it. When I moved here, started over, died inside. It happens.
You ever think about going back?
To the city? Sure. Think about it all the time. Getting my old apartment back, my old friends, get back to pursuing my dreams and saving the world by hanging out in coffee shops and bookstores. Sure beats being an adult.
So what stops you?
I don't know. Somebody has to visit Grandpa. The expense of moving would kill me, and it's exhausting trying to be a pompous, bombastic intellectual with a penchant for alcoholic endeavors, debauchery in the library, and sexually deviant insecurities.
You sound like you used to be fun.
I'm not fun now.
I'd like to meet you in a library and find out.
I wish I'd finished my degree, though. I regret not doing that.
Yeah? What were you studying?
I can't remember.
Really?
Everything before the wedding was a blur. Everything during the marriage was a lie, and after the divorce, everything has been a nightmare, so I try to focus on what's ahead of me and ignore the rest of my regrets.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I'm the one who married him. Didn't think I'd end up here.
Well, I'm glad you did.
What are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm watching a special about the sinking of the Lusitania on the History Channel.
I'm impressed. I always thought of you more of a hockey and beer kind of guy.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. I'm a history and beer kind of guy. So do you think you would know
Know what?
about Ken if you were Melissa? Do you think you'd know?
If someone had been chasing me for 3 days? Yeah. I think I'd know. I have to visit my grandpa. I should get going before the rain starts up again. Where are my damn keys?
Oh, you gave them to Mort.
Right. I'll see you tomorrow, Dallas.
Hey, you want my umbrella?
No thanks. Don't think I'll melt. I'm that sweet.
Tell your grandpapa I said hello.
Will do.
Hey, Nora. Drive safely.
I'll see you tomorrow, Dallas.
What the hell are you doing? Don't unlock that door. Those bastards will think they're welcome in here.
Good morning, Mort.
Oh, I hope you're well rested, Dallas. I ate 3 eggs with Tabasco, bacon, hash browns, a biscuit with honey, a glass of orange juice, and an angioplasty.
How about some oatmeal, buddy?
Ooh, we will have a southwestern omelet.
I'll get the oatmeal.
Put an omelet in it. You don't need coffee. Keep it coming. I was up late last night. In fact, I'll skip the first cup and go straight to the second. Nora!
Oh, she's not here yet. Why were you up late?
Oh, last night I went to visit Nora's grandpa in the nursing home.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know you were friends with Nora's grandpa.
My friend Sid. He's an ass. All he does is drool on himself and tell war stories.
Which war was he in?
He was a lieutenant in marriage. Lost a lot of privates under his command.
Well, if you don't like him, then why do you visit him?
Well, last month I lost my driver's license due to my poor vision. Nora!
I told you she's not in. Well, Mort, forgive my stupidity.
I always do.
What does losing your license have to do with Nora's grandpa?
Oh, well, Nora's been giving me a ride home when the weather's bad. Sometimes we have to stop and visit her grandpa in the nursing home. A few weeks ago, I met this very nice woman a few doors down from his, and last night she and I stayed up late.
Congratulations.
Because we were stopping.
I got it.
Stopping means having sex.
I know.
You ever conjugated on the Craftmatic adjustable bed?
I don't want to hear about it, Mort. This is a diner. I have to work with food all day.
Oh, it's worth the effort, that Craftmatic adjustable bed. And whenever I got tired, all I had to do was push a little button on the handrail, and a beautiful nurse would walk in on us.
Hold on a second. I thought Nora's grandpa was in a Catholic nursing home. Aren't the nurses nuns?
Nuns are sexy. All that black and just the tees of white here and there, oh, it's enough to drive a man crazy. Yeah. There's more than one bad habit I'd like to get into around there, if you know what I mean.
So, Mort has a girlfriend. What's her name?
I can't remember. Oh, wait, I brought it with me. Hold on.
Isn't that a toe tag?
Her name is Elise.
Mort. You trying to tell me you had sex with a dead woman?
She wasn't dead when I started.
Oh, I had a feeling you were joking around.
Yeah. So, where's Nora?
Well, she called and said she'd be late.
Who did?
Nora, she called me at home.
You mean she's not here?
It's like I'm trapped in a Marx Brothers routine.
Wait, I don't like this, Dallas. I don't like this one bit. It's not like Nora to be late. She is always here on time. Are you sure she said she's going to be late? That is very atypical of our Nora. Punctuality is her mainstay. You know what I've always liked about Nora?
Her punctuality?
Her firm ass.
Mort!
Well, you thought I was going to say her tits, didn't you?
No, I thought you were going to say her punctuality.
Her tits are all right, but her ass is perfection. You don't find an ass like that just anywhere. You want to see a nice pair of tits? Check out Solomon next time he has his shirt on. I know they're just hairy man tits, but they're perky. It's the strangest thing. Sometimes when he's asleep at the counter, I'll pretend I'm reaching for the salt and cop a feel. Reminds me of when I was a kid.
Enough is enough. Give me your coat. Put it in the back to dry.
Any sign of Cameron this morning?
No. He probably went back home. I doubt we'll see him again.
Oh, he'll be back, trust me. He's one of us now.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand.
Enough with the angels already. You wouldn't know an angel if it was using your dick as a hat rack for its halo.
Morning, Sylvester.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil Satan. And he bound him for 1,000 years and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up.
I wish something would shut you up.
And set a seal upon him, so he should deceive the nations no more until the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed on little seas.
That's pretty. Did you write that?
It's the book of Revelations, according to St. John of Patmos. Today marks the end of the 1,000 years, Dallas. It rode in on the storm, just like I said.
Sara, you've been saying that every day since I met you.
Well, today's different. Any sign of Cameron yet?
Do not forget this fact, beloved. That with the Lord, one day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like one day. Second book of Peter, chapter 3, verse 8.
What's with Aristotle this morning?
Oh, he claims you got lucky last night.
I didn't know his sister was in town.
Is that the barbed wit of jealousy?
And he had money left over for breakfast. Must be that family discount.
Insult me all you like. It does not change the fact that this morning I woke up in the arms of a beautiful woman.
Yeah, it took her most of the night to gnaw them off so she could get away. You want to know who Mort slept with? Look in the hospital emergency room for a woman with no arms.
Sara, what in the world's in that box?
Oh, it's a surprise for Cameron. Why hasn't Nora brought me my coffee?
She called and said she'd be late.
Well, that's not like Nora.
Kind of makes you appreciate Saul's tits, doesn't it?
Is everything all right?
She didn't say, just said she'd be late.
Huh.
I bet she's knocked up.
She's not knocked up.
She could be knocked up. She's a pretty girl. If I were younger, I'd knock her up.
Oh, she wouldn't go for you. She's too smart for that. She wants somebody like Dallas. Sensitive, serious, and a responsible business owner. That's important to a woman.
Thank you, Sylvester.
At least that's what guys with small penises like to tell themselves.
So, Dallas, would you knock Nora up?
Well, you were here before me this morning, Mort. Maybe I did.
Ooh, you hear that pride and confidence side? Isn't it that carpe diem crap you were babbling about yesterday? Too bad it's all bullshit.
But you don't think I could do it?
You're a wimp, Dallas. You got too much respect for the girl to make a move, too little respect for yourself. One of these days, you're gonna regret it.
He regrets it now.
I never regret anything, right?
Of course not. You've never done anything worth regretting. You know, I think right after breakfast, you should go out and get some regrets. That way, when you're our age, you'll have something to blame your misery on.
I'm on the bus, telling a joke. I turn around to tell you the punchline, and you're gone.
The bus stopped. I got off.
You couldn't tell me it was our stop.
In the middle of the story, I got robbed.
I had to walk 4 blocks for the next stop.
You made good talk.
I didn't stop to pee. I was already wet. Who would know?
So, you want to get Nora pregnant?
Well, let the guy get out of his jacket before you turn him into a concubine.
Putting me out to stud, huh? Well, I can't guarantee anything. I've already lost my morning wood on the bus. And I can't get worked up again until I've had my first cup of coffee.
Guys, we're talking about Nora here. Have some respect for the poor girl.
Yeah.
When was I disrespectful? All I said is I think she's late because she's knocked up. I'm respecting her fertility and the divine beauty of her uterus.
Nora, bring me a double gargle and finish my story. Anyway. So the second guy says to the first guy, look, I know you're screwing my wife, but I still love her. So let's settle this in a civilized manner. We'll play a game of gin rummy and the winner gets to keep it.
Dallas, I'm gonna need a cup of coffee over here.
Yeah.
Si, what's in the box?
Are you
Another
listening?
blow-up doll?
Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Anyway, so the first guy says to the second guy, all right, but to make it interesting, let's play for a penny a point.
I warned you about bringing those in here, Si.
It was a good idea. People don't want to come into an empty diner. They like to look in the window and see people sitting around the tables.
Sure. Naked people with round mouths. Slowly deflating in the humidity.
You like it wasn't interesting enough to play for the woman that had to play for money. Are you even listening to me?
I'm listening.
Oh, no, you're listening to Mort. And you're listening to Dallas. And you're listening to the hum of the air conditioner and the pitter-patter of the raindrops and the drip-drip of the coffee maker and the crash of the pots and the clang of the pans. But I'm asking you, Sylvester, are you listening to me?
Yes! I'm listening to the drip, drip.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Up until now, I was not aware of the hum, pitter-patter, drip-drip, crash, clang. Now it's all I can hear. Hum, pitter-patter, drip-drip, crash, clang. Hum, pitter-patter, drip-drip, crash, clang.
Dear Lord, please let Sylvester die before me so I can spit on his grave.
Don't spit on it now. It's plot 182.
Hey, you know my reserve plot number?
Once a week, I do a time trial to see how fast I can get there. I want to beat the rush.
What rush? He'll be dead.
I want to get there before all the dancing space is taken.
Can you two be nice to each other till Nora gets here, please?
Not going out of my way to be nice to him.
And I'm not going anywhere until I finish my story.
You haven't finished that thing yet? What are you waiting for, a Carnegie Hall reception?
Oh, let me apologize for Mort's insensitivity. Solomon, please, finish your story.
Forget it. The moment's gone.
You can't remember it,
I
can
was
you?
telling it to side so I didn't have to remember. I don't see any coffee here. Where's Nora?
She's late.
Oh. About time she slept in. Maybe she got laid. She could use an attitude adjustment.
Solomon, what the hell are you doing?
My pants are wet from the rain and the pee. I can't sit here in wet pants all day.
I think she's got a bun in the oven.
Mort thinks that Nora's pregnant, that's why she's late.
Dallas, you horny bastard. You couldn't keep your demon seed out of her, could you?
I didn't do it.
No, but you wanted to. Don't deny it. We all know the truth. Now, somebody else is going to done it. How does that make you feel?
It's a twisted world we live in, Dallas. Nothing but dreams and delusions and our desire to find love through self-destruction. It's enough to make an angel weep.
What's in the box? Another shipment of inflatable
Leave that
customers?
alone. It's a gift for Cameron.
You think Cameron's going to come back today?
Not if he's smart.
Oh, you're too hard on yourself, Dallas. It doesn't take a smart man to eat somewhere else.
Why are you so sure he's going to show up today anyway?
He hasn't got a choice. He's one of us now.
Hold on a second. You all keep saying that. What does it mean to be one of us?
When you're one of us, you'll know.
Still dead.
Solomon, go sit down. You're in my way. I'll bring your pants with your coffee, all right?
All right, but make sure they're done at the same time. I hate warm pants and cold coffee.
The hell is this?
Fruit cup and a bran muffin, that's what you always have.
It's not what I always have. It's what Nora always gives me. She figures if I'm on the toilet all afternoon, I won't be causing trouble.
So you want something else?
I want the works. I want my strength back. Last night, I got laid by a beautiful woman on the second story of a Catholic nursing home in a Craftmatic adjustable bed in the presence of involuntarily voyeuristic nuns. I am withered and drained.
Is this a toe tag?
I didn't know his sister was back in town. What's in the box?
Leave it alone. It's not for you.
Cy, I'm not going to tell you again. No more cooking sponges. Sponges are not breakfast food.
Hey! Sponges grow in huge colonies on the ocean floor. Sponges are seafood. Don't try and tell me that seafood is not breakfast.
You all need to sit down, shut up, and let me run my own damn diner.
I feel like an ass sitting here with no pants on. I'm going to put them on until Nora gets here.
What time did Nora say she'd get here, Dallas?
She didn't say. She said she'd be late.
Hum, pitter, patter, drip, drip, crash, clang. It's gonna drive me insane.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, I can't wear these pants. They're all wet. If I sit around in moist pants all day, I'll get all shriveled up and pruning like a chicken in a refrigerator.
An angel came down from heaven. Good morning, Nora. We were concerned about you.
I dropped my fruit cup. I'm gonna need something else for breakfast.
If not, Mort, it's sitting right there.
Must have been a psychic premonition.
I'm not cleaning that up. Mort threw it. He can clean it up.
I'll do it.
What? You're really gonna clean up that fruit?
No, I'm not going to clean up the fruit. I'm going to slip on the peach juice, break my neck, and sue Dallas for everything he's got.
You're gonna sue Dallas for his moldy refrigerator, his sticky floors, and his gonorrhea?
Sit down and put your pants back on, Solomon. Nora will get the fruit once she's had a chance to take off her coat.
Notice he didn't deny the gonorrhea.
She didn't look knocked up to me.
It takes a few days. You don't see the glow right away.
Have you started the coffee yet?
Yeah, it's in the pot.
What kind of glow should I be looking for? Does she turn radioactive? You know, technology has gone too far when we start having glowing radioactive fetal embryos.
What's going on there?
Wet pants.
I remember when Alice got pregnant. She glowed like a firefly. You could have lit up the street with her. She had an afterburn that took weeks to go away.
Don't you mean afterglow?
No, I mean afterburn. I caught a rash about that time and we passed it back and forth for months.
You okay, Nora? You've never been late before.
She's late already? She just got knocked up last night. Boy, they got these things worked out nowadays.
My grandpa died last night.
Oh.
I had to go to the nursing home and take care of the paperwork and details.
Oh, that's too bad.
Sorry, Nora. Is there anything I can do?
He was old. Old people die. That's what he was in the home for anyway. Nobody goes into a nursing home hoping to recover and walk out.
Not until the zombie apocalypse, anyway.
How did it happen?
Stroke and heart failure in his sleep.
That son of a bitch.
I should be so lucky.
Quick, clean, and quiet. If you gotta go, that's the way to do it.
Unless you shit yourself during the stroke. You don't want your last memory of life to be the smell of fresh feces on nursing home linen.
I could do without the stroke. But in his sleep, that's the key. Quiet descent from dreams into nothingness. You'd never even know you were going.
Nothing to look back on and nothing to look forward to. Just passing from one non-existence to the next.
Guys, I really don't want to talk about it.
Are you okay? Hey, do you want to go home or something?
I think I just need to keep busy.
Oi. You don't think he was distracted by the sounds of me and Elise stopping, do you? Could be that's what got him worked up and triggered the heart failure and the stroke. He was only a few doors down and Elise is a howler. She starts out with this quiet little breathy squeal. Sounds like a cartoon mouse. Then she revs up this high-pitched humming sigh, and before long, she's shrieking like a howler monkey in a centrifuge. Oh, I'm sorry, Nora. I didn't mean to.
Are you sure you're okay, Nora?
Hey, Dallas, order up. Please.
You got it. Order up.
These eggs are runny. I don't see any coffee. And I believe I ordered dry pants with this.
How are we coming on that Southwestern omelet?
Eat your bread muffin. I'll get you another fruit cup in a minute.
Could you at least make it a Southwestern fruit cup? Put some Tabasco in it, Mexican jumping bean, tequila work.
Is it kidding me? Damn it, so.
Jeez.
I guess these are dry enough.
Cameron hasn't been in yet, has he? I hope I haven't missed him.
Poor guy at the bathroom. Have you ever seen anybody so miserable?
I'd like to see somebody not so miserable.
If he does come back in here, I want you all to leave him alone. Just because somebody walks in the diner and you're bored with your lives doesn't give you the right to interfere in theirs.
Well, I was just making conversation.
You have to make conversation that doesn't hurt people's side.
Ha! You serve me the salmon and you've got the nerve to talk about not hurting people?
When did I serve you salmon?
Twice last week you served me salmonella.
What makes you so sure he'll come back, Sylvester?
A man walks into a diner following some girl he has no intention of talking to. Cameron came in here looking for something more than a dream.
Lunch.
Something more than lunch.
What was he looking for?
I don't know. What are any of us looking for?
Lunch! You don't go to a diner for anything more or less than lunch. You want salvation, go to church. You want lunch, go to a diner.
Where do you go when you want love, Saul?
47th Street, between the titty bars and the porno
Yes.
shops. Ask for Alex.
Not sex, Saul. Love. Where do you go when you've been to church and it didn't fulfill you? When you've had lunch and you're still hungry? When you have nowhere else to turn and you don't know where you're going and you don't know what you're looking for? Where do you go then, Saul?
Smithereens.
I just wanted to help somebody do something spectacular. I wanted Cameron to take the kind of risks I never took. I just wanted to be a part of something beautiful. Is that crazy?
You can't force beauty, Sylvester. You have to let it find itself.
He's right, you know. I used to pile on the Brill cream and the Colgate and the Brute Musk Never got me anywhere. Then one day I just stopped. Let my natural beauty find itself.
You call that beauty? Oh.
You don't think I'm beautiful, Saul?
Mort, I would not stoop you if I was a necrophiliac homosexual and you was a fresh corpse.
That's not what I asked. Back me up on this, Nora. Did I ask under what circumstances Solomon here would or would not shtuck me?
Keep me out of this.
I merely asked if you thought I was beautiful. I will take your hesitation and awkward defensive insult as a clear indication of your closeted attraction to me. Admit it, Saul. I am beautiful.
I will admit nothing.
A man who is secure in his sexuality could admit that I was beautiful. Dallas, am I beautiful?
So why do you immediately assume that I'm secure in my sexuality?
You think you might be gay, Dallas?
Let's just say that I'd rather be unsure than ever have to claim that you're beautiful.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. Mort, get down. You're going to hurt yourself.
Cannot believe what I'm hearing. Look. Look at this firm ass and tell me it's not beautiful. The trouble with you, Saul, is you compare one beautiful thing to another. My beauty is incomparable. It cannot be judged. It is your judging that makes it ugly.
Why? When Adam and Eve were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, they never fought to get back in. What the hell are you talking about?
Now, Adam and Eve, now they were beautiful.
Adam and Eve were not beautiful.
How can you say that?
The devil had to trick them into eating fruit from the tree of knowledge just so they could cover up. The Prince of Darkness didn't want to look at them. Now that's ugly.
They never even asked to be let back in. They just assumed they didn't belong there, that they weren't good enough for that perfect garden. Because of their fear and insecurity, no one has ever found that garden since.
No, but they found some of the grass. You know it's illegal to smoke it. But that doesn't seem to stop people nowadays.
Here we go again with the marijuana from the Garden of Eden theory.
Hey, it makes sense when you think about it. Talking snakes and apples that make you see through people's clothes.
They weren't wearing any clothes.
I know they weren't. They must have smoked half the garden by then. I wouldn't have been wearing any clothes either.
Meanwhile, here we sit day after day. Day after day, you know, I wonder when the Armageddon comes if we'll even know we're going. I wonder how long Nora's grandpa was dead before his body caught up with his soul.
You rarely wear clothes in here. You smoke weed, Saul.
Of course I don't smoke weed. It would bother my asthma. Dallas cooks it into the muffins.
Nora, I'll take a dozen muffins to go.
I just can't help wondering how many times the fourth horseman has walked right into our lives and we were too afraid to recognize him.
Welcome to Smithereens. What can I get you?
A large coffee and 2 donuts to go.
Oh, on the road again?
I'm going home.
Good for you.
Gentlemen, is there a problem?
We don't like foreigners in here.
Solomon, go eat your breakfast.
Don't drink the coffee. They pee in it.
We do not.
Somebody pees in it. They recycle the toilet paper for coffee filters.
We recycle the menus as coffee filters. The toilet paper we put into the bread muffins.
Oh, then I'll take 2 dozen.
We knew you'd be back.
I'm not going after the girl's side.
Who said anything about going after the girl? Why aren't you going after the girl?
Why can't you guys leave him alone?
He doesn't want to be left alone.
Yes, he does.
Yes,
No, I do.
Oh. Cowardice is the victory dance of the devil, Cameron. If tomorrow should lead us to tears, let them be for what we've lost and not for what we've missed altogether.
Please don't start. I'm not going after her. She's gone. I'm not somebody who could just walk up and say hello. The dream was enough. Chasing the dream was silly.
You're gonna have to wait for the coffee. I just started a new pot.
Thank you.
So why'd you come back in here today?
Coffee and donuts for the road?
Bullshit. There's 2 dozen Starbucks between here and the freeway, and Dallas's donuts taste like used contraceptive sponges.
Hey!
You came back in here today because you knew we'd be here. So you could explain why you didn't go after the girl, so you don't have to go home all alone like some loser who couldn't get the girl. You came back in here today because you know if you leave, your life will be over.
I'm not going to let my life be consumed and destroyed by my inability to go after one girl. There's over 7 billion people on the planet. There are other women, and if I don't find one of them will find me.
This isn't about the girl, Cal. This is about your discontentedness with your life, your desire to get up off your ass and change your way of thinking.
You know what I think, Sylvester? I think that you're the one who's discontented. I think that you're the one who is running backwards. How many yesterdays have you lost?
No, that's not the issue.
It is the issue. This isn't about me and some girl and some diner. This is about you and everything you have ever screwed up. You can't get your life back to do it all over again, and that scares the shit out of you.
Well, what do you want out of life, Cameron? Do you want to be important? Forgotten? Martyred? You want a girlfriend, Cameron? A wife? What is it you're chasing? What brought you to this diner at this time? What is it you want?
Coffee and 2 donuts.
No. You want to be heard. You want to stand on the mountaintops and boom in a thunderous voice that Cameron's important and deserves attention. You want to be heard shouting outside the gates of the Garden of Eden and know you're disturbing the sleep of the gods and monsters hiding in the weeds. You want someone to listen, Cameron. Because if someone is listening, then you're not alone.
What do you want out of life, Sylvester?
Well, this isn't about me. You're the one who can change the world. You're the butterfly in Beijing.
Maybe I'm waiting for the butterfly in New York to flap first. I don't know what you want out of me, Cy. I'm beginning to think whatever it is, I can't give it to you. We are not holistic warriors. Nothing I ever do is going to change your life. If you want to change your own life, you have to do it yourself. Leave me alone with mine.
What if everything in your life is controlled by happenstance and chaos and holism, and each thing that happens to you is dictated by the choices other people have made?
It would mean that my analyst is right, and I can blame everything on my mother.
But what if for each person there comes a moment when they have a true choice of their life, once in a lifetime, one true and pure decision to make on their own, and happenstance and chaos and holism wait breathlessly for that decision to be made so it can have its effect on the rest of creation, so the universe knows which way to expand next. All of creation awaiting the apocalypse.
What the hell?
I watched as he opened the first of 7 seals and saw 4 horses riding down out of the sky, and their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone, and them that rode upon them were the horsemen.
What are you going to do with the sword?
Cut your neck off?
It is splash zone I should be concerned about. I don't want to get blood on my pants. I got them as is, no returns.
It's the sword of Aziraphale and Apollyon, the flaming sword which sparked the fire that started mankind and will spark the fire to end it. Only the 4th horseman knows how to use it, Cameron. To start the Armageddon and lead us to the creation on the other side.
The apocalypse.
Rode in on the storm, Cameron. Once every 1,000 years, there's a decision to be made. Someone has to choose between right and wrong, yesterday and tomorrow. There's only one choice. And if we choose wrong, we must be loosed a little season.
This is insane! What the hell is wrong with you people?
We're tired of waiting on butterflies in Beijing. We're tired of ending our days waiting on the 4th horseman to lead us into the apocalypse. And we're tired of the constant, unfulfilled pursuit of a better tomorrow.
You can't get tired of it. That is all there is.
Well, what if that's not all there is? The only thing that's keeping us from seeing the creation is our own fear of getting it started. We're all standing at the gates of the Garden of Eden screaming, "Let me in, God damn it, let me in!" But if we listen, we'll hear the people on the other side of the gate in the garden screaming just as loudly, "Let us out! Let us out of here," because it's a prison on both sides. Don't you see that? Someone has got to have the strength to break down those walls. Someone must have the courage to take the sword and lead us into the Armageddon. Do you want to change the future, Cameron? Alter the future? Reinvent everything? Now is the time, Cameron. Take the sword and strike down the world around us so we can build a new one.
Use your coffee, careful, it's hot.
I don't understand.
I've got to get the heck out of here and just go home and get back to work and forget about her and just...
Just what?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore.
But what is the Armageddon? What is the apocalypse? Is it the end of the world? Is it the judgment of days? Or is it the four horsemen taking the souls of honest people? Or is it just you and me giving up?
Goodbye, Sylvester.
This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with the sound of footsteps walking away in the rain. Happens for a reason, Nora.
I'd like to, Cy, but it seems like the reason for most things in life are just to piss us off and justify our antidepressants.
Holism. That's the unknowable evidence. If we could just grasp the intricate workings of the universe, I'm sure we'd begin to understand that everything happens for a reason. That's what I was trying to get Cameron to understand.
You believe Cameron's decision not to say hello to a girl has a profound impact on the universe?
Why not?
You're putting too much emphasis on a simple little moment, Cy. You gotta live more casually than that.
No, I'm sick to death of living casually. How long we've been sitting in this dime, day after day, year after year, just waiting. And for what? Somebody to come in and pick the lock on the gates to the Garden of Eden? Somebody to lead us into the apocalypse so we can see the creation beyond? Cameron's right. I'm old and I'm tired. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit staring at the rain through my own miserable reflection in the window. Like your grandpa did.
I can think of worse ways to die. You should be grateful for what you have.
So I should settle for mediocrity.
Mediocrity is safe. You can either chase your dream, or you can change your definition of success. Cameron changed his definition. He chose safety. Nobody can blame him for that.
Well, what about you, Nora? What's your definition of success?
I don't know, Cy. Stopped wanting a long time ago.
Well, before you stopped wanting, what did you want?
I wanted to be arrogant and self-centered in my pursuit of happiness. I wanted the wonder and excitement and innocence of my childhood back. The childhood I wasted worrying about adulthood. The childhood that ended before I understood how to enjoy it. I wanted to feel alive without the knowledge of my insignificance. I wanted to have goals that didn't seem utterly meaningless. Goals that brought praise and glory. And when I reached them, I want someone to notice. I wanted the excitement of new love. To be kissed with conviction, to be seduced and given the permission to seduce without the fear or threat of rejection. I wanted to feel the joys in life as intensely and as often as I feel the disappointments. I wanted to be inspired and encouraged to complete this broken journey and to constantly have new and exciting dreams to chase. But I chose safety. And sometimes safety is the best you can hope for.
You want to be arrogant and self-centered in our pursuit of happiness.
This fruit cup tastes funny, Nora. It doesn't taste the way Dallas makes it.
I make it for you every morning.
Well, it's not as good. I think you're floundering under the lack of supervision.
Why'd you have it in the bathroom?
It's going to end up in there anyway. I was just making introductions.
When I was Cameron's age, I had so many dreams to fulfill. I was going to rule the world, Nora. Maybe not the whole world, but at least my part of the world.
Hey, can I get some help out here? I'm having some trouble with my motorcycle.
It's a moped, you moron.
I was moving forward, taking chances, making choices. And I took no prisoners in my pursuit of happiness.
I souped it up. It's got mag wheels, Hellfire reflectors on the pedals, a Harley-Davidson sticker on the battery casing, and an imitation foxtail on the sissy bar. It's a mean machine. When people see me coming, they get out of the way.
Stop driving on the sidewalk.
I have to drive on the sidewalk. Red lights are an impediment to my good driving record.
What's wrong with the red lights?
He's not strong enough to hold the bike up. Whenever he stops at a red light, it falls over on him. And he has to get all the other motorists to help him back up.
When I'm on the street, I'm a feeble old man. But when I'm on the sidewalk, I'm master of the thoroughfare.
And then one day, I just lost my nerve. It only took that one time, and I've never been able to get back.
What's the crisis?
The front tire is stuck in the drainage grate.
Oi. What's with the assless chaps, Saul? Been shopping at the fancy dancer outlet again?
I like to dress fancy. And I had a coupon. You cannot hurt me with your negativity today, Mort.
Can I hurt you with this flower pot?
You know, I can't even remember when I walked into this diner first. Sometimes I think I may never walk out again.
That seemed a little melodramatic. I mean, I can understand if he's having bowel problems. But does he have to bring down the whole place on his way to the head?
Si's been like that a lot lately. I think he's PMSing. A pre-metamucil syndrome.
Maybe he's looking for a little more out of life.
Ooh, like one of those heated toilet seats. Those are nice. I could use one of those.
I mean, you guys just wasted 2 whole days trying to convince a complete stranger to do something he didn't have the courage to do. Well, you guys sit here, day after day, watching the world go by that window.
We're old. We're retired. We're entitled.
I live more of my life before 9 a.m. than most people do all day.
So, who told you to stop? If life were over, you'd be dead.
After eating Dallas's cooking, I wish I was.
I want to know what happened to all that brave talk about cowardice is the victory dance of the devil and one should never hesitate.
We're not hesitating. We're living on the edge.
What edge is that?
The very precarious edge that at any point the food in this joint could kill us.
You guys come in here, griping about how bored you are, forcing risks on other people while not a single one of you will take one yourselves. Don't you want to be happy?
Happiness is a relative thing, Nora. Right now, I'd be happy just to pass my gallstone.
Don't pass them to me. You ought to give me a herpes.
How did I give you my herpes?
You want it back?
When was the last time you guys did something impetuous?
Does that mean illegal?
What are you saying, Nora? That we should go out and do something impetuous?
If that means illegal, I'm in.
Why not? Why not take a chance? Take a risk and do something you've always been too afraid to try.
Oh, I've always been afraid to piss inside coffee.
I've always been afraid to watch you do it. Let's go be impetuous, Mort.
You guys come in here with the same tired stories about the same tired things. All I'm saying is go do something you can tell me stories about. Carpe diem. If tomorrow should lead you to tears, let it be for what you've lost, not what you've missed altogether.
Well, that was the most passionate speech I've ever heard from a waitress. You ever thought about becoming an actress?
I thought about becoming an actress once.
What happened?
I didn't have the waitressing skills.
What about you, Nora? Where's your garden lead? What are you doing?
I'm getting you another fur cut.
Hey, you either you got a cell phone. I gotta call AAA to get the tire unstuck.
Nora, your grandpop is gone. May his soul rest in peace. It's precious little keeping you here at Smithereens. Are you making plans? Maybe moving back to the city and going back to school like you talked about?
Oh, where are you going? You haven't ruined the grill top yet.
I'm going after Cameron.
Oh, kind of robbing the cradle with that one, aren't you?
He's the fourth horseman, I'm certain of it.
Then why didn't the apocalypse come when he took the sword?
There is no fourth horseman.
You stay out of this, Nora. You don't know what we know.
You can't wait for someone else to change your life for you, Cy. I don't know what you think you're going to accomplish when the fourth horseman arrives, but I can tell you that the apocalypse isn't what you think it is. You're looking for answers in all the judging and the condemnation and the ceremony and the circusing. I can tell you that you're only going to find more questions.
Yeah, you stay out of this. What do you know about anything? You chose safety.
The trick to the apocalypse is knowing which direction to face when it hits. It doesn't happen the way you might think. You probably wouldn't even know when it gets here. In fact, if the fourth horseman were to walk into this very diner, you wouldn't even recognize her. But when 1,000 years should be fulfilled, we must be loosed a little season.
You, Nora? You're the fourth horseman?
No, Cy. There are no horsemen. There's no apocalypse, no Armageddon. There's no creation. This is the world the way it really is. When you shut out the lights and tear down the walls and look through the illusions.
I don't understand. Where are we?
Do you want to know how to be happy, Cy? Do you want to know the meaning of life? Do you want to know the answers to everything, to see the creation? This is it. Making a choice to break free. This moment is the answer.
What's the question?
You are. Love and life are not complicated. We make them complicated with the noise and babble and the mistaken belief that everybody else is happier than we are. That everyone else can be heard somehow, but the cacophony of the storm, we're the only ones being drowned out by the confusion of the apocalypse. Don't be fooled by the blank faces around you. You're not the only one losing Armageddon.
Saul, what is this place?
He can't answer you. He had a stroke about 9 years ago. He's been confined to a wheelchair and kept in a nursing home ever since. His family visits him 3 or 4 times a year, but mostly he just sits and drools and waits for the end.
But that's not true. He comes in here every morning and rants and raves and takes his pants off.
That's what he does in Smithereens. Where his mind takes him when he can't bear reality anymore. In truth, he sits in that wheelchair day after day, trying to pull together enough strength to keep his head up and say 1 or 2 words to the nurses.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Mort, what the hell's going on here?
Mort spends his days in an easy chair, staring at a television. His wife suffered a pretty horrible death, and he wants to move on with his life, but he feels responsible for his wife's death and doesn't know how to live without her. So he sits and he stares and he daydreams of Smithereens.
Well, what about the diner? What about Elise in the nursing home and Saul's motor scooter out front and dancing on the tables and eating Dallas's bad food?
We made them up. You and me and Solomon and Mort, Cameron even. This is what you find when you look beneath the daydreams of Smithereens. Just those of us too afraid or alone or incapable of living the lives we dream of living. This is reality, Sara. Smithereens is the fantasy we create to survive it.
Are you telling me that none of this is real? What about Cameron? Cameron was real!
Everybody finds themselves in Smithereens now and again, even Cameron. In the end, he did the right thing. He went home with a renewed spirit, the spirit to stop chasing dreams and start doing something about his loneliness.
What happened to me?
I don't know, Sai. You tell us. Where did you get lost? When did you stop living and start escaping into a diner in Smithereens?
I don't understand. I thought we were waiting on the apocalypse. I thought we were waiting on the 4th horseman.
Ultimately, we are Sylvester. The 4th horseman is death.
If tomorrow should lead us to tears, let it be for what we've lost.
The front wheel got stuck in the drainage grate.
It's not a scooter. It's a motorcycle. A mean machine. A Hell's Angels cradle.
Motorcycles don't have pedals.
Nobody likes you, you know. And by nobody, I mean me. I'm nobody.
Alice, where have you been? I have serious concerns about Nora's work ethic when you are not here to constantly breathe down her neck.
Why are you jealous of my motorcycle, Mort? Does it challenge your manhood? Does it threaten your small town mind and your small town thinking? Are you intimidated by my bad boy image?
Do me a favor, James Dean. Put your pants back on. I'm imagining little baby ducks swimming in yellow puddles on your adult diapers.
That's it. I've had all the abuse I can take from you. As far as I'm concerned, you no longer exist. To Dallas, to Nora, maybe you're a figment of their imagination. But to me, you're nothing.
You can't just declare me out of existence.
Oh, you need a little pagan ritual? Hama, 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 hama. There, you no longer exist. You're in my way. Get out of my seat.
I thought I didn't exist.
Would you like me to put my assless chaps on your non-existent lap?
I'll move.
Nora, what's it gonna take to get a decent cup of coffee around this place?
It's still brewing, Saul.
I'm not putting my pants on until I get it. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I am not pleased with the things I'm seeing from this establishment, the lack of professionalism. Yesterday, Nora was late. Today, it's your turn. I hope measures are being taken.
More coffee. Black.
You're ordering? What, did you sell the place? Is there something I should know
For the
about?
next 10 minutes, I'm a customer, just like everyone else.
Oh, well, then you better be prepared to take off your pants.
Am I to stand there until I get my coffee?
Listen to that rain. Every time you think it's finally going to stop, it starts up again.
I don't mind. Keeps the grass green.
Bad for business, though. Keeps the riffraff out.
I think it keeps the riffraff in.
You know, we didn't see Sylvester in here today. Did he go out of town or something? I don't remember hearing him talk about going anywhere.
Maybe you got sick of your cooking.
Think he's sick? Oh, he may have food poisoning from trying to eat a grilled sponge.
No, he's not sick. In fact, I think Cy's probably feeling better than he has in a long, long time.
How do you know? Have you talked to him?
I haven't talked to him, but he didn't come in here today, so he's doing better than the rest of us.
I think you ever found that fourth horseman?
No. I think Cy finally realized what he's been trying to teach himself this whole time.
Yeah, what's that?
He was his own fourth horseman.
So what are your plans tonight, Nora?
There's actually something I want to talk to you about, Alex.
Yeah? Something serious?
Are you serious? I'm leaving. I'm leaving the diner. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and now that my grandpa's gone, I just can't find any reason to stay in Smithereens. I have to get back out in the world, you know?
You quitting?
Yeah, I have to. I think it's time to do something else with my life.
When are you planning to go?
I was thinking I'd start packing up my things tomorrow. I'd like to try and get settled into the city before registration for the next semester starts.
Going back to school, huh?
Can't spend the rest of my life with a waitress. It's time to move on with my life.
Yeah, but how are you going to afford that move?
Grandpa left me a little money as well. Not enough to retire on, of course, but I should be okay for a little while. Until I get my degree anyway. I'd stay if I thought there was a reason to, Alex. I like it here. But I just can't come up with any more excuses, can you?
Listen. Why don't you go home and start packing? I can finish cleaning it up by myself.
Do you think I'm doing the right thing?
Yes, I think you're doing the right thing. I think you'll be much happier back in the city. Working toward your degree, getting over your past mistakes, starting over.
You should move to the city too. Open up a diner there or a legitimate restaurant.
Yeah, maybe.
Will you miss me?
There's no reason for you to stay here anymore. No reason at all. I mean, it'd be selfish of me to miss you if you're happier somewhere else. Nora, come on. Go home. Start packing. You got a whole life waiting for you out there. Don't let me and the dishes hold you back. I'll find another waitress.
It's not another waitress I worry about you finding. Good night, Dallas.
I heard an angel flying to the heavens and saying in a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe unto those who dwell upon the earth. At the blasts of the other trumpets, 3 angels are yet to blow.
If you ask me, the whole thing's been a bit of a letdown.
How so?
Yeah, it's sort of anticlimactic. I mean, this is the apocalypse? I would have thought the end of the world would have come with more fire and smiting.
God damn it!
Oh, there it is.
I'm a reason for her to stay.
Excuse me. I saw the light on and I was hoping you were still open. Am I too late?
No. Of course you're not too late.
Dallas, I'm having an emergency. There's no coffee or tea or anything over here. Should I call 911?
Hey, Dallas, your toilet's not working. It won't flush.
Did you jiggle the handle?
No, I just urinated. I jiggled the handle at home.
Well, welcome to Smithereens. What can I get you?
2 boats and a helicopter. I just got it.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny.
Everybody, this has been such a pleasure for us, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we have. Stick around, enjoy refreshments if you'd like. Take as many programs as you please. This is our last show. Thank you.
If I may, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say something. This show was sort of something I really wanted to do. I was sort of the driving force of getting this thing going, and we started out in January, and it is with a whole different production team and a different cast, and that all fell apart. And then we put this wonderful cast together, and I am just so pleased and grateful to have worked with these wonderful, wonderful people. I would like to, number one, I'd like to thank my wife, Tamara, for putting up with all the bullshit that went down at the beginning of it.
Hey, watch your mouth.
You. Anyway, I'd really like to thank Josh, our director, for hanging in again, as they said in the program, Brittany, our stage manager, who stepped in late and did wonderful, and Jacob for writing. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you all for coming.
If you'd like to see less of me, come to see the full Monte and Parker. Or I'm wearing my clothes the entire time.
Oh, are we plugging now?
Oh, wait, and please come see our next production here. It's called Paging Dr. Chutzpah.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful, wonderful show. I'm in it. And it's going to run, I guess, the month of August. We need to show the month of August. We'll try to keep it as cool and new as possible. And please come see it.
Sign up for the email list.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.